Clap 1, best clap of my life.
My hands hurt.
So fucking crisp.
Arr.
Video has started.
Video has started.
Oh, good. So that's the first thing people see.
No,
Come
first
in
thing
my
that
ass.
is going to see people or Depp bragging about how his clap was pretty weak.
Mm-hmm. Welcome, challengers, to Battleground of the Gods, a Smite podcast. I am your host, Depp Nation, and joining me today we have Fro Double G,
What's up, motherfuckers?
Nevea03,
Yar.
Riggs,
And
the newest Bocce co-host, Blaze McDaddy.
Let's go. Hex Mambo to Worlds.
Yes,
There
sir.
you go.
Wait,
There
does that
you
mean I'm
go.
not going to get introduced last anymore? Because I kind of like that.
No, you're not.
No,
I
you're
mean,
not the
No.
newest anymore.
It's seniority. That's the way
Depp,
I go.
No, Depp, hold up here. This is like the third way you've said you've gone. You said you've gone by seniority. You said you've gone by our
Alphabetically.
IRL names, alphabetical, and now you're like, no, I'll
Oh,
go
that's
by
interesting. Do
your
you
IG
even
think
know
name.
I
my
ever
IRL name?
Yes.
Nev?
I thought it was
Nev.
important. It's like, because
Nev,
can you
flip
I
flop?
think you said it's important that we don't dox you.
That
so
too.
I'm not going to say it.
That too.
But yes.
DM it. DM it then.
All right.
if you
fine,
actually
hold on.
know.
Hey,
All right,
Nev,
putting
how
a
about
pause,
instead,
putting
I'm
a
going to tell you
pause.
to check the pinned host chat messages.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you
this is
think
back in...
there was the password Depp is bad at Depp is bad at passwords?
Well, can we not talk about our password?
It was a decent password. It was just
Oh, God. Anyway.
you know,
Passwords are our time, you know?
passwords
Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not.
Anyway.
I had to help my fucking dad out with his fucking YouTube password, and it asked the question, what do you remember your last password? Or what do you remember as your last password? And I'm like, all right, Dad, you have to put in like whatever you remember as your last password. And he's like, well, I don't remember it. I'm like, okay, well, just put anything in. Just put what you think it might have been. He's like, yeah, but I don't remember it. I'm like, just put
listen here, motherfucker.
any fucking thing in, Dad. He's like, but I don't remember. I'm like, just fucking old people. I was getting very upset.
Yeah, my dad does a really cool thing where he's super paranoid about every password ever. So he does a cool thing where he slams his keyboard to make the new password. So it's just a conglomeration of just the most random letters and numbers you could think of, and then he forgets it because he does that.
Yeah.
Oh, he does it all the time, and then he doesn't write them down. So then he just as good gets locked out of everything. It's awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That sounds interactive.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, my dad's kind of like the same. He doesn't do the random thing, but he's like, he'll use passwords, right? Or like variations of similar things and blah, blah, blah. But he will not write the shit down. And my mom likes to play dumb. And like, I don't know how to do anything. I don't know any password. What's a password? Like, just doesn't do any of that shit. Even though she's like a manager at her work and I know she works with computers and shit. I'm like, you're not, you are just literally doing this to be a fucking annoyance. Like, what the fuck's your problem, Mom?
No, I get that. This is the passwords part of the podcast.
Yep, this is the password podcast.
Right?
Wow.
What?
I'm just kidding.
That was such a turn of events.
Right?
I'm just kidding.
Riggs doing those 180 Vulcan ults over here.
No, 1080.
It was
1080.
it was 1080,
That's
yeah.
right.
He fired it back at our fountain, at our Yorm coming out of the base, and the Yorm, it goes over his head, and the Yorm acts like nothing happened. Just keeps on going about its life.
As you do.
Yeah, he looked at me. Yeah, Nev, we played a game of Arena before this. I was playing Vulcan. We were getting fucking slam jammed. So right before the game ended, I was like, yo, Blaze, watch this. This is my audition for FaZe Clan. And I just started spinning around like crazy, firing off all my abilities, and I was gonna ult. And when I ulted our fountain. It was awesome.
I clipped
Good job. That was actually kind of similar to when we were playing in competitive Smite and I believe it was Split Push. We were in a match against Split Push. And I think it was Zombie mid. I can't remember, but Zombie was playing Vulcan and yeeted past our Phoenix into the Joust map. The Vulcan ult just
Oh
went
my God.
yonder. I was
Dude.
like, oh no.
I miss the old Conquest, and what was actually it was like all the maps, right? It was Conquest, Clash, and Slash, where you could look out. Maybe not
Mhm.
Yeah.
Slash, or I'm sorry, Siege, where you could look out on the edge
And
and see
see.
the other maps.
Yeah,
That was really cool.
that's what made the meme so much better.
You
Is that
know,
you could actually see the other modes.
Zombie provides me some of the best competitive moments that I've seen happen where I was coaching the team, but I had to sub for ADC, and we're sieging a Phoenix, and they open the door, and he just runs in and dies on Fenrir, or maybe it was Ravana. I don't remember. I just remember he like up down over the door, like he used his leap even though the door was open. And I was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "The door was open, man. You gotta go in if the door's open." I was like, "Oh sweet God!" And then I played a casual match after that, and I was like, "All right, guys, we're gonna test this out. If you open the door, does the enemy come in?" And the whole team ran in, and we decided them. But I just could not believe. I was like, "Well, the door's open. I guess you got to run in. I guess
Doors
you gotta
open,
go."
you gotta run in.
I just remember
That's
I
too
was
funny.
we were like going over like coaching stuff. I was like, "What possessed you to go through?" And he was like, "Dude, the door was open. Like if the door's open, you got to go in, man." And I was like, "Oh God."
I respect it.
Word.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like we're getting into our games already, Blaze. Why don't you keep on rolling?
Oh man, games have been a time this week. I took a lot of L's, just a lot, just
Oof.
straight L's across the board. The good
I feel
news
that.
is when you take L's, they're a lot more fun when Silent Reveries, the Bryce, Zillion Beers is in your party.
Oh,
Um,
those are the best
because
elves.
Mhm.
because for instance, you queue Assault and there's an Anubis and he gets it because I had it. I was like, no, you can have it, dude. Last time I played Anubis with Bryce, I think Nev was there, or Fro and Rick. I think we were all at a party together, and I went like 0-13 on Anubis and Assault. It was awful, and I was like, Bryce surely is a better Anubis than me, and Bryce got bopped, and as did I on Kuzumbo. But we turned it around. We played some other games. And he popped. What was he? He played Bastet and popped off. I was like Nike that game. He had a crazy Jing Chen game. We lost a Slash where I had 17 kills and we still lost. But you know, we're vibing. It was a week of games. I don't think anything like clearly stood out besides the fact that I've been doing A to Z ADC and I have to get a win on every god.
Oh, you're forcing yourself into
Yeah.
a win.
Yeah, so
That's
the
tough.
original
The correct
idea
way to
was
do it.
like to try to do it like 3 times, and after the 3rd time, like I could move on.
Mhm.
And then I got super frustrated with Arachne because I had played like 5 games of that stupid god in ADC, and every time I would have a lead, and we would just hard lose it at the end of the game. And I was
Oh.
like, okay, so Bakasura, I'm playing Bakasura. I lose the first game, go back and do it again. Second game, I go 13-3-3. I'm against this ADC that starts the game with Bloodforge. Like that's what they build into. They just directly build into Bloodforge. They don't buy a
Skipping a
starter
starter.
item.
Wow.
Yep, straight into Bloodforge. Like real gamer hours, like real confidence.
All right.
And they got bopped.
Confidence.
They got absolutely bopped. I just ran it down as
Mhm.
Bakasura with Gactyl, Bats Kid, and Azamor, and then Celestial Artist all queued with me. In the next game, I obviously have to do Baron Sam, but that's the next one in the order. And I was like, oh, this might be a little bit harder. This is gonna be difficult. I got the same ADC against me,
Nice.
and they still started Bloodforge on a different god. That's their strat.
They might believe in Smite Fire.
They might believe in Spitefire.
They might believe in Smite Fire.
It was actually interesting because it got brought up in my chat because someone said, oh, like I like to rush Bloodforge too. Like I get a starter item, but that's what I like to build into first because it has so much power. And I was like, and they're like, is that wrong? And I'm like, well, I mean, it's not that it's necessarily wrong. It's just wrong in that place. Like in that spot, like you dampen yourself so much unless your support's going to sit there with you for 10 to 12 minutes so you can get online.
All right.
But I don't know. Like it was weird. I played Baron and bopped them as Baron. We ran back the AMC support that Bats likes to run. And we kind of just ran the duo lane. They surrendered quite early that game. They were not having our shenanigans.
So that was a quick dub.
Yeah, I think it got like 12 minutes in, and we made 2 people rage quit, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm out."
Now for the magical gods, are you picking up what is it, the nimble Bancrofts?
It depends.
Or how are you playing it?
So I've had to do, because obviously like I did like Ares and Bacchus.
Those
Atlas
are tough,
and
yeah.
those, and those are harder. And I kind of toyed around with some different ideas. I ended up doing things like going into Conduit Gym, and then
Okay.
doing things like Divine early, and just to try to counteract the healing they're going to
The
get. It really
sustain,
just depends
yeah.
on if I'm having to play like a tank god or not. On Baron, I went Sands of Time, Book of Toth, Divine, and I was going into the next book. I was just doing book build because it works
Oh,
just as fine in
okay.
ADC.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends. I've been trying different stuff.
Okay.
Bastet, we got bopped. I was playing well though. I was into an Apollo and I soloed him a couple times, but that's going to be a fun one to complete.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I think
if you don't like run those games down when you're playing a non ADC or like mage, you feel
Yeah.
like you're probably just gonna lose. Because
it's
a lot of
been-
assassins actually have good matchups into hunters, but then it's just like the hunter will eventually just scale.
Mm. Well,
yeah,
hopefully you're into the team fight at that point.
and it's just rough. It's just really hard to try to, especially the Guardians is kind of where it's at, where it feels really difficult because you need to be able to get in their face, but right now they're just going to build crit and chomp you down. So trying to
Yeah.
play around that's been a bit of a problem. I've been really liking like Perfected Rata Tahuti because of what it provides. So for
Okay.
instance, like when I did Bacchus, my Bacchus game wasn't crazy. I went 1-4-11, but I did Pendulum, or like I did Sands of Time into Pendulum, Book of Toth, Divine, Book of the Dead, and then Rata Tahuti. Because when you're already a Guardian and you get the books online, it you just start running it down. And
Mhm.
in team fights, you really just play for your mid and your assassin. You kind of take the role of what your assassin normally does, except they can now really just dive because they don't have to peel for you. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Hachi Man because my community hates me, and they keep.
What? You don't like Hachi?
Okay.
I've been having fun with Hachi this season. I don't know what it is. I've been liking him.
Do I like Hachi? Yes. Is Hachi good? No, he is not. And like, but I do like him.
Where's my popcorn?
He's not good. Like in the sense of like he has a full ability in his kit that sucks. Like it's just absolutely bad. It might as well not be there. His passive not very good.
Listen, man, his passive is good, but it's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Like
Yeah.
MP5
It's
is
not
always good, but that's
interactive,
not like
and
that's not like a passive.
It's
No.
not really like unique to his kit.
You just never run out
or
of mana on
anything.
Hachi.
Yeah.
Like, that's the, like
Yeah.
which is good, but like I mean, you know,
He also
It
doesn't
just feels
shoot
weird.
through mana though, so it's kind of like okay.
yeah, it's just boring. Like
I don't know. Do I like him? Yeah, I have 2,000 worshippers on the god. Like I like Hachi Man. That's like it's a troll at this point where I just get god requests just for him because they want me to get a pint on him, so I have to get an emote because that was my agreement.
Mm.
But
So
I just wish
my
he was
only
better.
problem with Hachi is I did the voiceover for Cabbage's Hachiman guide,
Mhm.
and so I had to figure out how to say Aitsa Jutsu. And then Cabbage is like, "Hey, do you want to re-record all that shit you did?" So I then like for sure got it nailed down how to properly say Aitsa Jutsu, like not just like for the day. Now I fucking know.
Yeah.
sounds like you say
rip
I
free.
eat the jitsu.
Aitsa
Yeah,
Jutsu.
sounded like-
I eat the jutsu.
I
Definitely
eat the
something from
jutsu.
Naruto and
Bro's doing like combination signs as he's saying it
Right.
every time. But no, I mean, okay, his one. I mean, cool. I get to
Sucks.
fire an auto farther, but Ishtar does it better.
yeah, yeah.
I think
Getting the speed boost.
and
They
I
could
mean,
they
like-
could tweak his kit and change that up
Yeah.
a little bit. I think at this point.
give him the Agni or the Zeus treatment, where like you don't have to change the ability completely, but like make it like, for instance, like Rama, yeah, it doesn't extend the auto that far, but like it goes through all the minions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hachi's clear is dropping a flag down and getting some attack speed. Like that's
Mhm.
that's his clear, and it sucks.
All right, hear me out.
It just
Yeah.
doesn't
What
feel
if-
it doesn't feel fun.
What if they just added a mini AoE or cleave
Yeah.
at the end of the banner, right?
That'd be fun.
Or not the banner, the arrows.
The one.
It's
Yeah.
enhanced arrows, yeah.
Eagle
yeah,
eye.
So they
I
had the
like the
extended
idea of
range,
Yeah,
it
give
but
it
then
a
they
small
also
like
did
cone splash at the end or
or
something.
cone splash,
like a
or
Medusa
AoE.
2 kind of.
Yeah, it could
Mhm.
be like a
Yeah.
Medusa 2, or it could literally just be a small, big enough to clear the back wave. You know what I mean? Like about
Yeah.
that range AoE. So it's like he could hit any of them and be damaging all of them. So it would help his clear. In a team fight, I mean, it wouldn't do a hell of a lot, so it's not like a huge nerf. But if they did bunch up at all, depending whether it was the cone or the AoE, you know, it would have relevance. Not
Mhm.
much, but a little.
I also don't think people understand how his dash works, in the sense that you can dash in and get a stun. I don't think people know that, and that bothers me.
It's the only way to dash on Hachi. If you're dashing
It
out, what
is.
the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
I think a lot of
Well,
people
and they
think
got
you
rid of
have
the
to hit
fact-
at the end of it, when it's like, no, really, if you just go through them, they get
Yeah.
stunned.
But I actually don't think people like even read that in the tooltip. It's just one of those things that feels weird. Like it's like you want to play him aggressive, but then you look at the rest of his kit. Like his 2 could be aggressive, I guess. His ult's kind of both ways, but then you have the 1. It's like, what is this here for? You can literally just
Yeah.
not level it. Now with
I
Griffin
don't
Wing, it
level that.
slaps.
No, that is
With
the
Griffin Wing,
thing. You
it's
don't
awesome.
level it. I'm pretty sure like most Hachi players don't even buy it. Like up in, what is it,
No.
till level 12 or whatever?
I typically don't level it until you absolutely have to, unless there's like a
Mm-hmm.
really niche circumstance where like I need it for something. Then I just
Like,
won't
oh
level
my god, this team's playing so far back.
Yeah, I'll get it. Well, no, I mean, I'll get like a point into it just for the fact that someone's trying to run away and they're low
Mhm.
health. I have a chance to still kill them. But beyond that, like I'm not putting any other points in that ability until I have to.
Now hear me
No,
out. If you would have
absolutely not.
saved that point and your banner been that much more powerful, or your stun been that much more powerful, would you have needed that
Yep.
one more auto at range?
Who knows? We never know.
That's kind of
Never
more of the logic I go with. Like,
It's a
let's
mystery.
let's just beef up this other stuff. Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
Hachi's fun. He's just very weird, not very good.
Yeah, his kit just doesn't
Yeah.
have the flow that new gods have. And that's the problem,
Yeah.
right? Like that's the problem we have with like several of the older gods is like their kit just doesn't flow as well sometimes.
If you look at when Hachi gets picked, it's never like a, oh my god, Hachi's the key, right? It's usually, ooh, Hachi because his 2, and we're running a Soul, a Freya, some sort of AA
Giving more
focused
people attack
assassin.
speed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
honestly just like, and he's all right. Okay, we keep saying he's bad. He's very
He's average.
A, B tier.
Yeah.
He sits in that range, right? He's not trash. He's just is right in the middle. He's an Agni of the ADC realm. I think someone said Agni
He's a-
earlier. Yeah.
Well, Agni's
Yeah,
got
I-
great
but boring.
kit flow though.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Agni's
well, it's
insane
an
now.
older meme. Agni used to be like the definition of like A tier, right?
Balance. Yeah, I mean he
Um,
was like
yeah.
Agni was like the most balanced god there for a while. Like that's and
Yeah.
I agree. I don't even think Agni's OP now. I think his kit just flows really well since they've made some tweaks to it.
Mm-hmm.
And Hachiman, I think if he got just a couple tweaks, would just feel better. I don't think the god's
Adjust the
bad.
passive to be just better and or different. Give him a different passive and
See, I don't find a problem with the
spruce up his
passive,
one.
because
I think the weird thing is
if his one
This
was
doesn't
more
feel-
useful and I felt more inclined to use it more often, so I actually spam more mana, his passive would feel much better. But it's the
Well,
fact
it's like
that
make his one and his passive play into each other, as
Well,
well
his-
as changing the passive.
you don't really need to change the passive though. Like, it is nice being able to almost ignore an aspect of Smite, right? Like that is part of his
Except-
passive. It's not very exciting, like Riggs said earlier, but
Yeah.
he literally doesn't worry about MP5. Like, if you get any item at all that has any amount of MP5, you are fucking set. Never worrying about mana on Hachi the entire game. But
Yeah,
even
but
if
it's like
you
so
don't,
many items
you
have
already
MP5,
don't
and
have to
even
worry about
like
it. Right,
you
yeah,
just
but
never have
most of them.
items,
you
though.
never
Most of
have
them
mana problems on
aren't
hunters ever. Like
Yeah,
I
most of
don't-
them are not hunters. The exception would be like trans. If you get trans, you like that has it, and like Heartseeker, Malice, right? It's that tree. It's pretty much that tree. But if you're not building any of those, which Hachi could, maybe Dominance, right? Dominance wouldn't be horrible on him, or Trans, depending on the meta, because he can use it, but he probably is going to want Devourers. But let's say he picked up the Dominance. Dominance plus his passive, you're fucking set for mana for the rest of the fucking game, right? And it will very much so help in the early game, because it also does open up options where he doesn't have to look at, like, the mana aspects and the MP5 aspects of starter items. So he can actually lean more into, like, I want this for the health sustain, or maybe he can go the option of skipping a starter altogether because I'm going to rush lifesteal. I got mana, here's give me some lifesteal. Or he can lean into, like, just more damage focused starters. Like, he doesn't necessarily have to worry more about the sustaining aspect in that part. And again, it's not very exciting, but his passive does allow you to, like, approach that in different ways that you just cannot do on other gods, outside of, each one having its own unique kit.
Yeah, I agree.
It also, is not very ability exciting, though. I'm not going to argue that point at all. It is not very exciting. I will wholeheartedly agree there.
Make Hachi a stand switcher when he dashes and he gets a samurai sword and his one changes.
Oh my god, dude.
Yo, that'd be kind of lit.
And then when you dash again, it just changes back to a hunter bow. There you go. Boom. Hachi solved.
I think, hold up. I think that's very viable on a hunter, but they wouldn't be able to make it a melee. So hear me out. And I'm going to stick with Japanese just because you said Hachi. He goes from a bow to a kunai in chain, or a kunai with chain. Or kind of like what Maui has. Or a hook or something like that, right? So it's like half the range, right? So you'd still have to keep some range, but it could definitely be reduced.
Well, Ullr's melee. Just make him the same thing as Ullr.
Yeah.
Make different Ullr. Solve.
I would say Hachi with a full ability damage is pretty sick. That's a fun time. If you want to switch it up, Disco and ability Hachi is an interesting time. You drop the banner and people die. That's a VO special. But that's about all I have. I've been needing to grind rank for my skin, and I just haven't done it yet. So I'm gonna slam some duels probably this next week. That's kind of where I've been.
I'll queue at the same time. We'll just get each other. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll snipe you. Please.
Let me know.
Who's next for games?
Whoever
who you want to be next. You pick.
Oh man, I'm picking Nev.
Me. Hi. I have a lot of red on my history, and also I had a few games with Zillion Beers.
Let's go.
I just want to say, it's real sad. It's real feels bad, man. Hours when you go 12-6 as Camazotz and Assault, and you lose.
Yeah.
And you go 12-5 as Ho-Yi in Assault, and you lose.
Was it with that? I'm assuming those are with Bryce.
Those were with Zillion Beers, yes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he is just an anchor. No matter how hard you pull, he's not coming with you.
I think he played a few, and then I was like, and I'm done for the stream for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Heart Bryce real big though. I really do. But I was like looking at my history, and I'm like, how did I go 12-5 as Ho-Yi and we lost? Oh, Bryce. On Fort. But let's talk about the good games. Let's talk about the good times. Maybe another 9-5 Guan Yu game there, Riggs. What do you think about that? I might be a Guan Yu main. Maybe. We'll see.
I've given up hope that you'll ever play Frontline, because every time you play Frontline, you always pop off, and then you just never do it again.
Until
you get in an Assault, and then you'll be like, oh, I'm really good on Frontline, and then you just never play it again.
No, I played Guan Yu willingly last night in Arena. We won that game. The KDA spread wasn't as good as the other one, so I'm not gonna say it, but we won. And I feel like I had a part in that, maybe. I don't know. But I will say the highlight of my week this week was once again discovering and appreciating the fact that I am an Al Kwang main.
hmm
I've said it.
I can
It's
confirm.
done now. That's
Mhm.
that's the tweet. I've gotten 2 pentakills with Ao Kwang in my Smite history. Almost got a third one last night. I went 18-9
Yep.
as Ao Kwang. That was a really fun game.
Can
Um,
confirm.
Dep Nation was there with me. Daniel
I
was
was
with
there.
us.
I was the one on the Hercules that
That's
stole
right.
kill number 4
It's okay. You want to know why it's okay, Dep Nation? Because I've
you're an Ao
stolen
Kwang
so
main.
many pentas from you.
You have. You have. It was
But-
revenge. But
but-
also, like, I was trying to kill them. So
Yeah. No. Honestly, there were a couple of moments in that game where I honestly thought we were gonna lose. I really
Yeah.
thought it was gonna, because they got our Titan, or I'm sorry, they got our Titan, they got our Phoenix, and I was like, okay, well now they have a fire wave, and they were all pushing towards to get to the Titan. Daniel comes in playing the Raijin, said in my chat, man, I don't know, I'm just not that good with Raijin. Ends up getting a kill with Raijin at the Titan, pushing them back, and then everybody else started to respawn, and we were able to turn it around, march down the lane, and win the game. So, and Vio was playing Kumbhakarna, the best mezzes I've ever seen in my life. The
Dude,
best.
Vio's cracked
mezzes.
at Guardians.
Oh my gosh! And then Vio was like, "I'm done. That was my last game."
That's
I
a
was like,
that's
"Are
a
you
very
sweating?"
Vio statement for sure. Yes.
I was like, "Are you nervous?" No, seriously, everybody did such a good job that game. Spooky was on Discordia, just causing some chaos. That was a really fun game. Honestly, I should have ended the stream there. 18-9 Aqua. I loved it. And then a bunch of red. I tried playing some Ratatasker, didn't do too well. 4-11. I played Achilles. I went 6-9. Nice. 4-9 Hades. Lost that game. 2-3 Izanami. 9-13 Neja. Kind of some rough games there. I did play another Kamazat's game. Went 3-6. We won that one. Finished the night with Persephone Arena. You know, my random god generator. I don't know if it's random. I need to go look at it. It's making me play some stuff that I shouldn't be playing. But no, it was a good night of Smite. And for stream wise, I set up a whole bunch of new overlays, and I was really proud that those all worked out just nicely. Yesterday was the first time I ran them on the stream. And they look good, and
They
hopefully
did look good. No, they
hopefully
did.
hopefully it came across that way for y'all. But yay! And Blaze and I are both on the Olympian ballot.
yeah.
True.
Go vote.
Hell yeah, I
Yeah.
did vote for you guys.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So thank
mhm.
you.
There's
Blaze,
a lot of
are
applicants
you
this year.
focusing more on conquest or non-conquest?
Yeah. I mean, I went Conquest because for the most part, when I'm streaming, I do play Conquest oriented with the group I play with, especially since a lot of the time we play competitive. But
Yeah.
I mean, I play a lot of non-conquest too. It's kind of, I feel like that's such a weird thing to have to run on, is like based off the game mode, because I'll have some nights where I only queue conquest, but then I have other nights where I just only queue non-conquest. And if
Yeah.
you look at my like history on Smite Guru, or even on Smite, I think I like just passed Arena. And that's from when I first started playing the game, where I just only slammed Arena and Clash because I just didn't have the time to play a full conquest game. But now I play so much conquest, I feel the need to like have to say that I'm a conquest main. But I enjoy the other game modes too, so whichever. I mean, most of the stuff I want to see is conquest related, in the sense of like I'm kind of thinking about ranked, but I'm also thinking about like new player and toxicity stuff, which I saw several other people like talking about too. So hopefully we can make some progress there this next coming up season. I do like that they're calling the next season Season X for
Yeah.
10. Like they
Yeah.
pulled out the Roman numerals. I do like that. That's I saw that today and I was like, nice. That's good. It's good stuff.
Everything is cooler in Roman numerals.
That's
It
right.
is.
That's
It
right.
is.
Yeah.
Very true. Mostly because people have to ask you what it means, and that makes it better.
Right.
But
Actually,
I don't really have too many other things to talk about. I was trying to get some of the other exciting announcements and remember that we didn't talk about the Olympian stuff. So yeah, if you haven't voted, go vote. And yeah, that does it for my week. Fro.
Oh, this is gonna be real quick. I played on my Smite Guru, or on my tome for Smite. There is 3 games, 2 from the 23rd
Oh. Oh no.
that I don't remember.
Oh. Were you
I mean,
having some eggnog? Maybe a little bit of cider.
Sounds
or
like a
something?
Friday night.
He's
to me.
swinging his sword around.
I mean, it was just 2.5 weeks ago,
Mhm, mhm.
and it was only 2 games. That in total lasted 30 minutes. So, you know. And then I played a game on the 1st where I was, I remember this one. I was on Sylvanas because I just enjoyed Sylvanas. And right before I kind of got all busy, I was playing a decent amount of them, got them diamond. But the 2 people I was playing with were like, they were playing Conquest. And then I hopped in, and they're like, "Oh, we were playing some Conquest." I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about it." Then, I'm not really feeling it. They're like, "Oh no, we can switch to something else." And then we played a game. And then after that game, they're like, "Man, I really wish we could play some Conquest." I'm like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna fucking leave. Like, I'm not gonna have every game you trying to guilt trip me into playing some fucking Conquest. I'm just leaving."
I
And then
remember
they're
that. I may or may not have been a part of it.
Oh no.
Wow.
I wasn't the one. I wasn't the one, but I
Okay,
do remember
okay.
this happening.
Oh, wait a minute. Were you the 23rd then? Oh, yeah. So that was with Riggs on the 23rd, and I guess that happened again on the 1st then. Because I can see who I was with in that one, and you weren't in that one. But you were in the games on the 23rd, so I guess that's happened the 23rd and the 1st.
Man.
Yeah, those games are
So
crazy.
I
How
haven't
for all
been
that stuff
playing
happened,
Smite
you
because
ulted a couple
people have
times.
been just kind of like, "Hey, it's the very end of the season. You haven't played any. Now's the time to learn the meta, even though everything can change. You want to play Conquest, Guilt Trip, and so I haven't. And besides that, yeah, everyone's just been playing a bunch of Conquest, and I don't really have anyone to play with, and I've been busy, so I haven't been smiting.
All you gotta know, Fro, if you play Conquest, is just go milk. Just milk their
Oh,
juice.
no, get that out of here, dude.
Suck up all the
Someone
milk.
said it the other day that I was playing with, and I was like, "How dare you?"
Just go juice their milk.
Oh my god.
Steal the gifts. Steal the gifts.
Go slurp their juice.
I am not.
Get us out of here.
I am not referring to it as milking or slurping. I'm not doing it. Like, it's not happening.
You heard it here first. Blaze is a guzzler kind of guy.
Oh my god.
Blaze is gonna
That's
go.
not what I meant when I said get us out of here, Depp.
Go guzzler.
Oh, is that the end of the episode? Or we?
No,
I appreciate
No,
it.
that's me
Right.
passing the
Great
Depp.
way to end it right there.
You're right.
I
This
appreciate
was
you, Depp. I
Blaze's
appreciate
last
you.
episode on, and
Oh god.
Oh yeah, that's all the games I got though. So Depp.
yeah. Well, I took some L's in Nev's stream, and I was like,
Nice.
no, I actually,
Off
this
on
is,
Al Kwong, and we won that game.
No,
Thank you
this-
very much.
this was
Wait, no,
last.
didn't you
week's
start off by
Friday.
saying you have a lot of red in your history?
I did have a lot of red, but I
Okay.
chose to not dwell on the bad and only focus on the good. Okay,
This
that's
was
why my
l-
games were so short this week, bro.
Yeah, we're starting the new year off with some positivity, okay?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Shout out to the people who all the time be like, "Yo, you got to tell us about the games that you fed in." And it's like,
right.
I try
Oh,
not
I
to.
can tell you
remember.
about
Thanks,
those.
guys.
I died a bunch of times and the game ended.
Man,
That's
it's just I
My
walked out of base and I got ulted immediately. Turned right back around to go get the rest of my health. No, go ahead.
I would say my favorite thing is I actually I hard fed a game this week, and I remembered it after we talked about games. I went 0-7 to start off the game, and then somehow ended the game positive, and we won. I don't know where that turned around at, but I was 0-7 and absolutely frustrated. Like
What
Jungle
god were
would
you
come
on?
over and gank. That's a great question. Let me go.
Because
look. I
that
don't remember.
that sounds like, hey, I finally got my build, and I was able to just say "fuck you" to everybody that came upon me.
No, like literally,
Sounds
I was
like
getting
a collie
4-man
30
ganks.
minutes into the game, be like,
Right,
"All right,
right,
now
right.
it's my
Wish.
time."
Full crit,
No.
full build.
Early game, they'd come to gank my lane, and I'd have like 3 enemies over my lane. My jungle would come over, and my jungle would just confirm the kills. I was like, please, for the love of God, please let me get a kill just to get some extra gold so I can buy items. I am behind. Like we're turning these fights, and I'm still behind. Like, please help me. I think I was Chernenbog, if I had to guess, because I didn't end it quite positive. I went 6, 7, and 11, but I started that game like 07 and 5 for sure. Which he's been played in the SWC qualifiers this weekend, which is pretty sick.
Okay.
There's some feeding. That way, we got the feeding part out of the way for everybody.
Right.
No, I just had to bring it up because like we inevitably always get the complaint that people want to hear about our bad games, and I'm like, yo, unless it's like you gotta. How do you feel during bad games? Frustrated, upset, not happy? That's kind of probably how we feel too. Throw on the layer of like Blaze or Nev's streaming on top of that, and you got try to keep the vibes up and everything. Like, just fucking let's forget that shit. And then for the rest of us, we play so many. Usually, I mean, not me this week, obviously, but that's like, no, we're just gonna focus on the good ones because I probably got something actually more enjoyable to talk about. There's very rarely is like, man, was I getting my ass kicked, but it was funny, or here's a good moment, or here's something special about it that makes me want to bring it up.
Never had a bad game in my life.
Never had a bad. That's why Rich
That's
doesn't
why
talk about it.
that's why I just don't mention them.
Yeah, I had someone this week that was like, I can't remember who it was, but we were winning a game. They're like, dude, this is way more enjoyable to watch when you're winning or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I wonder why, dude.
Oh man,
couldn't be me getting 5-man ganked in duo lane,
right?
Leave my duo lane alone, dude. Like, what do you get from ganking ADC with 5 people? Someone explain to me. Oh God.
An ADC on the enemy team that's then behind. That's what you get.
I guess.
No, this was I'm starting, 8 days ago. Is when I was bringing out the fact of us taking some L's, because first game, join up, party with Nev. I get the Anubis in arena. I do Anubis things because I love that guy. We pull out the dub. Next 2 games, L. Well, wait, another L. 3 games. And at this point, Nev is like, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to call the stream there. And I'm like, well, great. And who do I see in the Bocce Discord but Backlash and Rado? And I'm like, oh, hey, I know those guys. Let's party up. So we partied up and we started playing some Slash. Tried Sylvanas. I tried supporting the guys. Didn't work out. I'm like, okay, what do we got to do here? We got to bring the damage. Kernunos came out 18-4, got a pentakill. So I figured out the key to getting pentakills, and it's have Backlash in your games. Nev, you'll have so many more pentakills. Just follow this one simple trick to get pentakills in your game. Backlash in the party.
Okay.
That's all it takes.
Not having Dep Nation in my party. Got it.
So
Dep Nation.
But there is a
Backlash.
small smidgen of truth to this, right? Because
oh no,
hear me
Man's
out.
going in on Backlash now.
No, I'm not going in on Backlash per se. The man will go in there, and he does push the buttons, right? So
he was doing great damage.
And a lot of times there's surprise blinks that happen that there are 9 people out of 10 in this game that are surprised that this motherfucker just blinked, right? So chaos can happen. And
I would argue sometimes there's 10 people that are surprised.
I was gonna say, is he one of the people that's surprised? That's what I was gonna ask.
He's one of the people.
Of them?
Honestly, you might be right. So there are some opportunities for a good janitor to come in behind, right? And sweep up some messes that have been made.
Well, the janitor was Kernunos, and I got the pentakill. I told him, because at that moment we would have had a full party of 5, and I'm like, guys, I got a pentakill. It's 11 o'clock. I gotta call it here. This is as good as it gets. There's no beating this 18-4-7 game with a pentakill. And so I did. And so we come back to yesterday in Nev's stream once again. I had probably the best Athena game of my life. Going I did a 3-0-22.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
which
a
is
good
surprising.
stat
Which is
line.
surprising because we did win. That was one of the dubs. And Nev was a warrior. You know, there's some of these trends where it's like Nev's a warrior main because she's got the warrior mentality, and she says she doesn't like playing the warriors. Nev, you gotta accept it. You like the warriors. You like
Yeah.
W King.
I do.
You
W
can't
King
miss.
is fun.
You can't miss the ranged autos because they don't have ranged autos.
Nev admits that she likes warriors. She just never plays them.
Yeah.
She'll just go right back to playing Artemis again. She'll be like, oh yeah, I love playing Guan Yu and all these other tanky people. What should I play this game? Artemis? Oh, okay. For the
It's okay.
9,000th time.
I'm in the same boat.
Not always, but sometimes after playing some warrior games, I want to go back to my comfy zone. Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
you play
listen,
ranked and
that
realize
one,
if I
the onesie Artemis is pretty comfy. I'll be honest.
is. I'll say when I want to run in ranked, I play support, and then I'm like, oh, that was awesome, we won, and then I'm like, all right, back to ADC, and I just get mopped. I'm like, I should just really just queue support, and I'd probably have a better
Right.
time.
More
Well,
about your ADC A to Z.
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Do support A to Z maybe instead.
Ooh.
You'll have more fun.
Maybe that's afterwards.
There you go. To end the
I'm
season.
not gonna lie. I have a small problem with A to Zs because they all like you know how many Agni A to Zs and Arachnes and Alquangs versus how many Zeus and Zonquays actually exist out there. They always just fade most of the time. No one finishes them, so they're always like the same fucking first 10 guys.
So you're saying Z to A, Fro.
I have made that suggestion. I'm not sure if
Some
it was
people-
to
I've seen a
Blaze or
couple
not,
of Z
but
to
I have made
As.
that suggestion to someone, like do a Z to A, because
Yeah.
you have an opportunity to see the A to Z part like way more.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I really
know-
like the concepts and I do like them and all that. Like, but
A to Z's aside, you know, in the stream with Nev, which testament to Nev, always playing games with her viewers. Negative to playing with Nev on stream, she's always playing with her viewers.
Oh my
And
god, dude, the shots.
Some of these viewers, let
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
me
god.
tell you.
Wow.
Well, so
I mean,
there's
that's the downside of playing with any
knockouts.
streamer.
Yeah,
Honestly, any streamer that plays with their viewers.
there's not a whole lot of comms at times. And at some point you're like, what? I'm doing the crowd control. Why aren't you getting them? Or, you know, and then there's just weird backing tendencies where it's like, oh yeah, we're doing a 3-on-5 in arena now. That's weird. Like 2 guys full health running back into the fountain. All right.
That's just playing with like randos and no comms.
That's just arena.
Yeah, and
Well,
that's just arena.
Party's full
Fucking
in that
Dev
stream.
just going
Party's
in on
full.
Dev's
I'm
stream.
going in. I'm going in
I
on
know,
that stream.
right?
You guys are supposed to be best friends after this. You
But
got
it's
a whole
going
episode
somewhere.
where you were on the
It's
same
going
team. You
somewhere.
guys won a game of feud.
I
now all of a sudden-
know. I know. I don't know what happened.
It's going somewhere. Hold on. We get asbestos in the party, and I'm like, oh hey, this man's it's kind of popping off on Thor here. And so I'm like, you know what? We're gonna create a new deadly combo. I get my Thanatos out, and let me tell you, Thorwall and a double tap, followed by a Thanatos scythe, deadly, devastating.
Yeah, I don't know many
There-
people that can survive that.
There were moments where, and I'm sure Nev, as not being either one of us, noticed it, that we would be ulting in and then health bars would just disappear.
You throw in some hydras on top of that while both you guys are doing that, and it's
Oh, yeah.
that'd be pretty.
Yeah, we
double dunk?
dominated. We dominated. there was an 18-3-10 game that happened for me, and I was so happy. You know, because you take some L's and you start sweating a little bit, and you're like, man, gotta try hard here for a second to get your dubs, because losing isn't fun. We mentioned that. Nobody likes losing. So,
I have no problem when it's my turn to lose.
mm-hmm.
I have a problem when it's my turn to win and they're not showing up. It's like, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Not that anyone like has a turn. Like, I'm talking shit, but
Right.
like the game does try to keep everyone
The
around.
game
The 50-50.
tries to keep you balanced. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, sometimes you're just like, fuck it, playing one of my mains, and
It's easy to forget that hot streak of 3 dubs when you get the cold streak of 4 L's. It's like, fuck, I never win.
Yeah. Well, especially because each game's at least 15 minutes, so that's like an hour minimum of losing.
Yeah, I think way back on Defend Middle Lane, Bryce had brought up how he didn't get an opportunity to play very much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how he had read on Reddit about someone bitching about, you know, losing a game or two, blah, 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 and like never seems like they win. And the whole point of it was like, if you only get an opportunity to play like 3-4 games a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, let's say at 20 minutes a piece, that's still an hour and 20 minutes of game time a week, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that's all you get. And, you know, majority of them are L's. It can be pretty rough. Can get like pretty demoralizing. Like,
Yeah.
I can see from like the super casual level, like how it gets frustrating. Like it is a weird concept because like I know a lot of us like will crank out like, you know, a good 2-3 hour gaming session at least once a week,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
And in that time, how many games do we get a chance to play? Like, so
Yeah.
Nev looked so surprised.
Right, I honestly,
This is
for
her
a
shocked
brief,
face.
no, for a moment, I forgot that I even had face cam on, so I was just playing. So it's just making faces.
But
I'm not gonna
that's
lie.
all
That's why I always make sure when I have the face cam on to keep up a panel of us, whether it's the OBS or the Discord.
It's probably a
just
good
like,
idea.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of doing like 4 other things also, and trying to watch this game that's happening.
Oh yeah.
Game 5?
But,
Game 5? That's
game
the
5.
question. Maybe it happens.
We'll see. Let's see. Who do we have left? Riggs, right? How were your games?
Yes,
bud?
sir. So you know, like I always do, just catching dubs left and right. Never lost a game in my life.
For that 1080 Vulcan game, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah. Me and this is gonna be a throwback for you, Depp. I don't know if you remember these games, but I remember these games because I thought they were super fun. Me and Depp decided to venture into Odin's little adventure thing.
Oh, we did. God, these seem so long ago.
And they were very long ago.
They were.
But I remember them fondly because
they were fun games.
Me and Depp went into this Odin's adventure with one goal in mind, and that is to just fuck everything up, just kill people. Don't even care about the buffs. I picked full damage Ganesh. Depp picked full damage Thanatos. It was Operation Feed Depp, and we definitely did that.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember exactly how many kills you ended up with one of the games.
It was
at least almost 20.
I think I was into 20, and I think there was someone else on one of the other teams that had like upwards of like 26 or something like that. And
yeah,
they were less
ran
than
around.
I think they were less than 100 gold from winning the game I'm thinking about.
Yeah, me and Depp were just hunting, not so much doing camp. I mean, we'd do a camp here and there, but mostly it was just we were sniffing. We were sniffing for blood, and we got a lot of blood. If
there was a camp in between us and an enemy team, we hit it. But as soon
Um,
as the health gets low, as Thanatos, you hit the 2, you zoom towards that person. You're moving. And Riggs is like, I'll be there in a minute. I'm following you. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah, there were some moments where Def left me in the dust, but I
Yeah, he
did
did
catch
that
up
with me too,
eventually.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Operation Just Feed Dep. I was just holding people, I was getting ass trapping them in. Dep's just running around scything people.
Mhm.
I don't remember how many we won. We only played a couple, but I mean,
Yeah, I think we played
that
3
game
and
is
we
so
won
skewed.
2. Yeah.
That game is so skewed to like kills are not worth that much, so it's not like we had the best strategy, but it was a fun strategy.
Mhm.
And those are some games that happened. I have this fun thing that I do sometimes in Conquest where I guess not that I do, but that happens to me where I will I'll do the correct, in my opinion, the correct smite play for a game, right? In this
Mhm.
instance, I was playing Thor jungle, and they happen to have a full damage Thanatos solo. So in my opinion, that's a pretty easy lane to gank over and over and kind of get my solo ahead. So that's what I did. And at the end of the game, their Thanatos is bitching, it must be super nice being just camped all game. Like, you don't have anything better to do. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't have anything better to do. You're playing full damage Thanatos. You're literally like fucking free food for me. Why would I not? And you would think after the fourth time I ult you in lane, you might put some Thor wards out there. But maybe not, I guess. And so he was like freaking out. I was just like, what would you
Wards?
rather me do? Like,
Right.
like if I don't, it's funny to me because that happens to me a lot. Like people in the post game lobby will bitch about something. I'm just like, what would you rather me do? Like, just I'll just let you just you picked something weird in this lane or whatever. I'll just let you you have at it, buddy. I'll let you play your game. I don't want to interrupt your game over there. Like I don't want to intrude on what you've got going on. Like no, fuck that. If I see something stupid, I'm gonna go kill you. What do you expect? And I'm not gonna. I don't have like a ton. I play a lot of games, but they're not really like anything crazy. I did have one really funny moment though. I load into this game. I'm playing Herc solo, and they have like a Grandmaster's border Osiris on the other team who whispers me before the game and says "fuck you." And I was
Whoa.
like,
Okay.
"Whoa, okay."
All right.
It's gonna
I
be
was
like
like,
that.
"Okay."
Right.
And he's at a party with their juggler, and there's a chance at the beginning of every game in Conquest that the jungler makes a little cheeky level 2 gank on solo.
Hold up here. Can I throw out a conspiracy theory? That was a masked
Yeah.
fanboy.
I was gonna say it. That's funny.
Maybe. So yeah, there's always a chance that there's a little cheeky level 2 gank in the works in solo. And this game they did try to do that. They were partied up together, so I'm sure they were trying to like, yo, let's gank this guy.
Mhm.
And I level 2 pull them both underneath tower, and I kill them both, and proceed to just absolutely shove my cock down this guy's throat the entire game as Hercules. It wasn't even close.
We love to see it.
And after the game in post game lobby, I just put in quotations. I put "fuck you," and then I put the guy's name and then quote 2023, and then
The drama.
Right.
and
Riggs is
just
here for it.
proceeded to leave. I don't know what it was about. I didn't even load into the game. I'm running to my first blue buff. I just get a whisper from this guy that says "fuck you." I was like, what? Like, what is that?
It's a masked fanboy.
So
I'm
yeah,
with bro.
maybe. Also, Golden Blade Hercules is super fun. I'm here for it.
No.
Golden
I don't
Blade,
wanna hear that.
breastplate, regrowth, talisman.
Oh God.
I was zooming.
So
Zoom.
here's
Run
the
it down.
thing. I get it in the point that you can then save your abilities for pressure.
Yeah, I
get
just 2
that.
to wave and then just clear it, and then I'll sell it late game. But that's
Yeah.
all I use it for. Because Hercules early game is pretty bad.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go to Bluestone. So you go Axe, but then you don't have a good clear, so you get Golden Blade. But yeah, those are my games.
Hell yeah.
I camped somebody that I guess I wasn't supposed to camp. I auditioned for FaZe. Oh yeah, I auditioned for FaZe Clan, like Blaze and Depp have pointed out.
Mhm.
I'm still waiting to hear back.
Still
We'll
waiting.
see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if my clip's gonna make it. And then yeah, just proceeded to run it down as Hercules.
What we're gonna see Smite Game Plays of the Week from the Jorm's perspective of you doing your whole ordeal.
I wonder how it looked.
Oh
Because it
no.
never looks the same if you see someone spinning around like super fast. It never looks
It
quite
doesn't.
right from
It
someone
doesn't
else's
look as
perspective.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's great
but
though.
I was definitely spinning, and I definitely shot some abilities. Did they go where I wanted them to? No.
No, the meatball landed
but I
right
did
on
it.
you, which was perfect.
Yeah. There's a clip of that. Someone did it on Xbox. It was super long ago. It was like way back, like season 3 or something. I remember seeing a clip of some dude that did that on Xbox in Arena that was just playing Vulcan and did the exact same thing, just spinning it around and like shooting shit, and then actually hit the ult and killed somebody with it.
Nice.
Oh my god.
We love to see it.
But yeah, that is those are my games. Do we want to? We kind of went right into games. I'm not hosting, but do we want to do like a recap? Like, hey, it's the holidays. How was everyone's?
Yeah, let's see if anybody did anything interesting for New Year's. If anybody got the gifts they wanted.
Bro, did you get a sword?
No fucking sword. I'm gonna go ahead and go over this. No.
What
sword.
about an axe? Axe?
No axe.
No axe.
I'm gonna have to go out.
Yeah, what
and
was it?
buy
It was
a sword
something
axe.
war axe or something.
Yeah.
Yes, a Danish war axe.
Unlucky.
I'll just have to go buy some.
Some. There you go. Don't get me one for Christmas. There's now 2 on the ticket to buy.
So I'm gonna start an
I
armory.
mean,
Right.
yeah.
Yikes.
Yes. They're going on the wall. They're going to be part of a stream setup. No cap. Just
All right, so
beware.
I will shout this out because it is a somewhat decent size event. There is a Nordic Fire Festival happening in Southwest
Fire Fest?
Michigan.
Glory.
Uh,
Sounds like an Uller holiday.
I'll probably be picking up a sword there if anyone's selling them.
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking for an axe. Because the last Ren Fair I went to, there was one. It's like, man, had I known there was actually going to be a Ren Fair. Because we literally were just driving by, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of fucking people dressed up like fairies and in armor and carrying around swords and shit. You're like, did we just have to
As you
stop
do.
the road to let a fairy and a knight cross the street? What the fuck's going on? Because like the venue is like split in 2, and it's like kind of in the country.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
So it's like we literally just had to stop the road to. What? Wait a minute. And like we end up going back, and it's like we didn't have any extra cash or anything on us, right? It's like
Yeah.
if only we knew. But this one I do know about, so I'll probably be leaving with now granted this will be just a lower quality, but I'll have one.
There you go.
I'm of the opinion that we should just walk around wearing whatever we want. Like, you don't need to go to a Ren Fair to wear cool fairy and night shit. Like, I think
Right.
everybody would just be infinitely cooler if we all walked around wearing like hoods and capes and shit. Like,
I'm about it.
just
I'm
implement that into like your day-to-day job. Like, you
Listen,
go, like,
like
Nev goes in.
especially in
Nev
winter,
goes
wearing
into her
a
accounting
cloak?
job and she's wearing a fucking hood and cape and shit and just like, yeah,
I
whatever.
mean, I
like,
am
here.
constantly wearing my hoodies, so it's not
I'm
too
here to
far
do
off.
math.
Last year for Christmas, my wife bought me one, but it was like one of those edgelord emo kid ones.
Ah.
The front came down to like right above my knees. I'm like, yeah, but then it like hard cut in the back at an angle to like right above my ass, and I'm like, yeah, but I like my ass to be warm too. What the
Why?
fuck's going on here?
Why?
Like,
What?
what the fuck's with this? But that defeats the entire purpose. And I have
Right.
been looking at some from Lunified, but A, I heard they're a complete pain in the ass to like buy stuff from because they take forever and like don't respond, and B, they're super fucking expensive because they're like $400. But yeah, I have seen some cloaks that I'm like, I might buy that. I might buy it.
Mhm. All right. Who's next? Who's next? Nev.
I think we've done.
Did
I
you
think
get-
what's next is we go on to either the CC or the Diamond Challenge.
We're doing the holiday recap. Did you miss
Recap.
that? Oh, we
Nev, did
just
you get
had
the
a
Totally
game?
missed that.
conversation.
I'm sorry. I
We
thought we
just
were still on
did-
games. I'm like fucking.
No, what?
Bro's like, I didn't get a
missed the
sword. Let's
whole
move on.
5 minutes.
Bro's like, this segment is ruined.
I didn't get a sword or an axe. Let's get out of here. Move on.
Yeah.
No, I did
My
not get
bad.
a new computer, but I did get a sound bar for the living room television. So
Ooh, that's nice.
got some
Bluetooth?
real clean sound going on in there. No, it's actually hardwired into the TV.
Okay. Okay.
Sounds real good though.
Yeah.
There,
What was the first thing you watched with it?
actually, funny enough, I think we watched because we're watching all of Succession before the new season comes out. So I think that was the first thing we watched was an episode of Succession, and the theme song for that slaps with the sound bar. It sounds so good. I got Soot Sprite earrings. They were really cute, and I love them. And I'll probably bring them next week to Worlds. Yeah, those were the two like super exciting ones.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Rigs.
I got COVID.
Oh,
Not
For the
Not
first,
on the
for
wish
first
list.
time.
Not on the wish list.
yeah.
Yeah, for the first time, I got COVID. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Technically,
I
I
think you
didn't
had
get
it last
COVID.
year. I think you
No,
had it last
I
year.
didn't. I didn't have it. I tested negative last year.
I think you had it last year. I
Um,
think you tested negative falsely. I
I
think you
also
had it last
tested
year.
negative this year as well. So let's say I don't have it. But yeah, I went up to Utah. My girlfriend got it, and then we had a 10-hour car ride home, and she was hacking up along in the car next to me. And I was like, all right, there's no way I'm not getting sick right now.
There's
Like,
no way you don't get it, right?
so I did get sick. I'm good now. Which is it works out because obviously we're gonna be in person next week, so I'm good. I got the same water bottle 3 times. That was really
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Nice.
I guess you put a water bottle on your list, and that's just the hottest
That's-
commodity possible. Of
So
we
it's
all got to
affordable.
get this.
It's the affordable gift.
Yeah, I mean, I am a big fan of water, so that's cool. But yeah, I guess I put because I made a list for like her family and my family, and I guess 2 people from her family got it, and then my sister got it for me as well, and I was like, all right,
Oh man.
that's awesome. So now
So you're
I
gonna
have
be
3 water
hydrated.
bottles. I'm gonna be
Hydrated.
very hydrated, and they're all gallon-sized water bottles.
Oh,
So
Let's
I'm
Jesus
going to be-
Christ.
That's where it's
I'm
at.
going to be full of juice.
Wait. Half gallon or just like full gallon?
Oh no, they're gallon sized, and they have motivational stuff on the side of them. It's like it's
128
got like the
ounces
like
out
the
here.
time. It's like time of days, and it's like this is the chug hour or whatever. This is
Oh.
I can go get it. It's right behind me. Hold on, vent for a second.
All right.
That's
That's
awesome.
a lot of water. At least he's not one of the milk jug guys.
Yeah,
know?
I mean I carry half-gallon bottles around, but I buy the ones from like SGDQ and AGDQ, so they have all like game things on the side of them, like
Yeah.
like this.
Hold on, I gotta unblur my background. Or maybe it'll focus. No, it's got times on it, and 5 p.m. is guzzle. I'm a big fan of guzzle.
Guzzle.
For 5 p.m.
Young
And
Guzzle
then
hour, dude.
7 p.m. is whoop whoop.
Nice. You slayed it at the end
Yeah,
there.
9 p.m. is you slayed it. Let's see if it'll focus. Maybe. Hello?
No,
Put
no.
my finger right here. Maybe.
No. Oh,
All right.
maybe.
Well, anyways, it's got shit on the side of it.
Nice.
It's supposed to motivate me. But yeah, it was
Alright.
cool. I saw snow. Played in the snow a little bit.
Just real quick, Titans did win. I can close this now. All right, continue.
Yeah. Played in the snow a little bit. Got COVID. Got some water bottles. Successful Christmas
No.
and holiday break.
Blaze, any holiday wishes come true?
We actually had a white Christmas. We got snow in Tennessee, which was wild.
Oh,
Along with
Hell yeah.
negative 25 degrees, which was
That
also
went. Yep.
awesome.
Yep. We all
Um,
got
it's-
hit with that. I think.
Yeah, my kids were like, I want to go
Not me,
outside.
idiots.
Not
So
right. Yeah.
I got a sweet sinus infection for the holidays.
Oh.
That hasn't gone away for the past 3 weeks, and I'm still fighting it. So I made a snowman though, and that was pretty sick. And I got some new lights behind me; those are cool.
Fun.
And I got some saltwater taffy that slaps. And I got some
Oh, yeah.
games, and I got some clothes that I asked for that are super comfy. I can't complain. It was a good time, besides being sick.
Hell
Nice.
yeah. Speaking of snowmen, this reminds me, I need to ask my parents if they have a picture of this, because a long time ago we took like a family trip up to the snow, and we
Mhm.
made a big old snowman, and we put a big old wiener on it,
Hold up.
and then we all.
Such a
You
rig.
didn't give a destination, Riggs. You said we took a family trip up to the snow.
Yeah.
well, like northern Arizona. It snows up in northern Arizona. It's like a couple-hour drive, and you go up there, and as a family, we made a big snowman with a big wiener, and then we all took a picture, like a family picture around the snowman. We put a spoon over the wiener, and then we took a picture with it. So as you can see, that's where I get my my fascination.
Sense of
with-
humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a snowman as a kid, and I was super excited about it. I spent hours on it.
Mhm.
Hat, scarf, whole nine. And my dad's like, "Hey, you want to go out in the truck and drive in the snow?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, whatever." I'm like 6,
Yeah.
maybe 5, and he revs up the engine
He is
and
the
runs
snowman.
over my damn snowman, and the head rolls across the roof as it. I cried so hard.
Oh,
I was devastated. This man destroyed my snowman as the head went flying off the back and just
Yeah.
disintegrated as it hit the ground.
oh,
Rip.
big
I thought
rip.
about that when I was making the snowman for the kids last week. I was like, I'm not gonna do that because that will ruin their day.
Yeah.
But it was really fun to make a snowman. We didn't have the proper things, so
Yeah.
it,
Just
it
your
looked
hands.
interesting.
Just your
Apples
hands
for-
in the snow.
Apples for eyes, great time, dude.
Oh, interesting.
A huge fucking head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my wife cut the apples in half. She's like, "Here, you can use these for the eyes." And I was like, "We should have just cored the apples, and that would have worked."
Yeah.
The more you know.
The more you
The
know.
more you know.
You
How about you, Deb?
Deb, how's your holidays?
Step, I got an actual like luggage set, hard case, very nice, very nice.
How are you?
Too bad you're not going to
fucking
Worlds
60
next
years
Not going to
old, Deb?
Worlds. You're right. Yeah, fuck you guys. I got new luggage
Yeah.
and I'm not going to Worlds.
I've got a cool luggage set too, bro. I got that for Christmas like 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I
I call you
got
old, Deb.
I got some bakeware, so I got a big cookie sheet,
Ooh.
a half pan cookie sheet, and then 2 quarter pan cookie sheets. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
very excited about those. It's like
I
you
made
could do like
Stolen for the first time this year.
so what?
Stolen?
Stolen? What
Mhm.
are you stealing?
No,
He's
I
nuts.
made Stolen.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no idea what that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Right.
say that like we just
Dude,
are
like,
supposed
we
to know
know.
what that is.
Wow.
You're like, I made stolen. I'm like, did you steal something? Like, what?
Stolen recipe.
I made
Oh,
I
you
made a
just
big
tell us what
brain.
Like
it
a
is.
cookbook? Like
It's called Stolen or Christ Stolen. It's like German fruit bread kind of stuff. It's good.
Oh, you made fruitcake.
You made
It's not fruitcake.
German
fruitcake's
fruitcake.
good, dude.
It's not fruitcake. It has like the consistency of like
Bread. Which
yeah, like
is
a bread.
similar consistency to cake.
No,
Cake and bread are the same consistency.
they're not the same consistencies.
I mean,
Yeah, I
then
made
you're
a-
doing
I will
cake
die on
wrong.
this hill.
You were doing
On
cake
the-
wrong if you don't.
On the baking train, I made a big brain Christmas purchase that I'm getting to reap the benefits of. I got my girlfriend a KitchenAid, the like
Oh,
standing
hell yeah.
mixer thing.
Yep.
And dude, let me tell you, man,
Baked
been
goods.
eating so many goddamn cookies
Hell yeah.
that I didn't have to do anything for her. She's just like in there
She's just
whipping shit
making
up.
them.
And I'm just like, she's like, yeah, I made some cookie. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Riggs, I'll send you some really great cheap attachments to buy for that are fucking amazing. Like good ones to have. Because
Oh yeah.
that's what I
meat
bought
grinder,
my wife for
pasta
Christmas was
maker.
nothing but
Yeah.
KitchenAid stuff. But I went out and got like, because she won't ever buy it herself. I bought her like the more expensive one, like the fucking meat
Mhm.
processing one that was like 120 some odd
Oh,
bucks. and
with
then-
like the front motor cap or whatever.
yeah, and then one that's like
Yeah.
a veggie spiraler, slicer, and
Mm.
shredder, so she can like we can buy blocks of cheese and just shred her own cheese when
Oh,
needed.
yep.
And like if she
Yep.
wants to spiral vegetables and shit like that. But again, it's like expensive shit she would never buy herself. But that was like fucking $50. But then there's a whole bunch of like good different paddles and shit, like dough hooks and like side scraping paddles and all that. I'll hook you up, bud.
Anything that gets me more free cookies, dude.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm about it.
Yeah, hit him with the
I'm
the
like-
dough once before.
I'm living a good life right now, dude. She just makes cookies all the time now. I'm just like, hell yeah.
If she likes cooking, or if she likes cookies, making cookies, I'm going to assume she probably enjoys baking. So I'll send you a dough hook. Convince her to start making some fresh bread.
There you go.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
Fresh
well,
bread and
here's
cookies.
something you all know what it is. I also made pretzels, but I made those this week.
Pretzels.
Nice.
Okay.
Now, did you make like
I love
pretzel
that you
sticks, or
put-
did you do the whole actual like the knot one, like the bigger style, or did you like smaller pretzel knots,
Did like basically what you would get like at like this
like events
size.
and stuff? Okay, nice.
Like the classic frozen pretzels you get as a kid, and you throw them in the
I
microwave. Whatever.
think I posted the pictures of the pretzels in IRL.
Well, that's
saw
all the
them
way in
somewhere.
I
IRL.
did. They're right here. Right
I like how
Right here.
Nev put a
here.
picture of Stolen or whatever in the host chat or the recording chat, and I like how
did.
she put like the descriptions too. It's like Stolen are famously dusted
Dusted.
with a thick coat of powdered sugar, reminiscent of the snowy German landscape and baked with spices, conveying the warmth of the
So it's like
Christmas
raisin donut loaf.
The
is what this
wow.
is.
I struggle to get
warmth.
warmth out there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it very much so reminds me just a bread form, not bagel, but a raisin bagel. That looks powerful.
It's really
Yeah.
good. It took me a really long time to make. It took me literally 7 hours to make because I had to wait for it to rise 3 times.
Huh. She got a quicker rising yeast.
But it wasn't because of the yeast. It's just the process of how you make.
Well, no, the speed of the rising and all that actually does affect it though, Deb. Like part of the reason you
Yeah.
usually want like slower rise and all that is because then it gives a denser, less air bubbles in your bread, or
Yep.
smaller bubbles.
Well, you could always pound it down.
No,
Pound
after
it
it
down.
rises.
Step Nation, you didn't even know what stolen was 5 seconds
because-
ago, and you're trying to tell me how to make
I
stolen.
know how to make
no, 'cause-
bread.
'cause if you
I
pound
keep
it-
my own
It's not-
sourdough starter.
if you pound it,
It's not
you
bread,
could
but it's not a
potentially
cake.
collapse
It's
all
in
the bubbles,
between.
and then you got a fucking pancake fucking consistency. Not even pancake,
Well,
it'll be
pan-
like no, yeah.
Pancakes quick bread.
Yeah. So
Oh my
that's why
God.
I'm like not that. It'll be like shaped like that, but like dense as fuck.
Yeah.
Hey Nev, let me tell you how to make something. All right.
I just love the amount of
I just
mansplaining
learned
happening
about.
right now.
No, I think if it
Well,
was
how's it
proper
mansplaining? I'm telling another dude about how the air bubbles in bread matter. It's not
No,
mansplaining.
bro, you're
I never
fine.
said they
I'm
did.
Oh,
talking
okay.
about
I'm like,
Jeff.
hold the fuck up.
I'm talking about where are you?
Yep.
Um,
Yep. Nope.
There.
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
make the peace
Close
sign.
enough.
You'll hit them both. You're good.
Yeah. Your background's fighting with you, Nev.
I like how Blaze is
Sorry.
keyed in. You can tell this
Blaze
man's
is-
been married a while. He's like, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. I'm happy with whatever food I get. If there's
My
dinner when I
petals.
get home, it's amazing.
Right.
It's all delicious. Always great. No complaints.
cook a
from
lot,
me.
man. I actually
That's
do.
lucky.
I do a lot of cooking.
Hell yeah.
Dev's lucky he's not going to Worlds, or else Nev would kick his ass.
Mm. All less than 5 feet of her.
Yeah, exactly. That would not work
Yeah.
out well for me.
Right.
Look, Nev kicks him in the behind the knee, and it's leveled out.
Oh, that's true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
Yeah, or
true.
you could just jump on his back like a little monkey.
then
and
we're
just
at the
kinda-
same height.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna comment on baking because I just don't do that. I
I just
bake
eat it. I
few
don't bake it.
things. I bake
love
few things,
baking.
but like
I love
that's
baking.
not my expertise of cooking. So
Yeah.
I bake
I
like
quite enjoy
sausage
baking.
croissants that I have a recipe for that I made, and then like my wife likes these red velvet red velvet cake inside of a pie crust with like chocolate on top, and I make those for her birthday every year,
That sounds
and
delicious.
that's about as much baking as I do. Other than that, I cook everything else. I like to make steaks and stuff. That's fun.
Oh.
I much prefer baking over cooking, and like I was like Wednesday whenever I made the pretzels, I was just like kind of feeling kind of down in the dumps, and I was just kind of like doom scrolling through TikTok, and somebody on TikTok was making pretzels. Was like, I'm gonna make pretzels, and I've never made pretzels before,
So-
so I was just like, I'm gonna
Those
make pretzels. I
look
found a recipe.
Really, really good.
I made
Nev.
pretzels.
I just noticed you tagged me in them. Those look really, really good, but I do have 2 comments about them.
It's literally my
A,
first time ever making them.
No,
ever.
they look delicious. But A, they either look like an owl face, because they don't have the full like extra thing, or they look like a villager from Minecraft.
I'll take it.
I just can't have, because they got like the little pockets that are like very high.
Oh, the nose. I see the nose. Oh, yeah.
Instantly, that's what I saw staring back at me. I'm like, man, I'll eat your fucking face, dude, for staring at me. But they do look yummy.
They Panda said that they turned out really well, so I'm pleased, and they were really quick and easy to make. I think we had hot pretzels within an hour. So,
well, and there you go. There's your solution. Nev doesn't have to fight her battles. She can have Panda fight her battles. Panda is an intimidating fellow if he wanted to be, I'm sure.
Yeah, see, that's why you should be happy you're not going to be at
That's why I
Worlds.
should be afraid.
Yeah, because after Nev kicks your ass, Panda would come and kick your ass too.
Right.
Honestly, you got like 5-foot Nev, right? She is like literally the representation of the Chihuahua in the meme, right? And then like you'll see Panda stepping up behind her, who's like fucking 6'2", and not a small dude, and like that's the pit bull that you see like standing behind as you like zoom out behind the fucking Chihuahua.
Yep, that's pretty accurate.
I imagine Panda's minimum 6'9".
Minimum 6'9".
Wow, not
sure to let him
far
know.
off. That is a bit of an exaggeration.
Like there's gotta be. I imagine Nev and Panda is like one of those couples where it's like Nev is like, you know, barely 5 foot on a good day, and then Panda's like at least like twice as tall as her. Like it's one of those couples where it's just like the disparity is just insane. Like it's almost comical.
Yeah.
That's what I would imagine.
You
You're
actually want to know
probably
what's
accurate.
a decent visual representation is from Full Metal Alchemist. You got Teacher and her husband, except for Teacher's probably a little taller than Nev. But that's actually like about the
That's
dynamic
a
you got
good
going
depiction.
Well, I will find out in a week.
In a week.
You will.
Because we're going to Worlds.
We're
unlike,
going
the
to-
Valhalla Valkyries.
Worlds.
That's-
I mean, they're going. They're just not playing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're going to be in the crowd. I forgot about that
Yeah,
tweet.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
What a tweet that was.
Well, I'm not going to Worlds, and you know what else I failed to do is the Diamond Challenge. The Diamond Challenge.
Who remind us? Who was your Diamond Challenge?
Neja.
Dude, you got to pick it.
Yeah.
to pick
what
it, dude.
happened?
Here's the thing. I picked it. I played
Here's
it
the
several
thing.
times. I said, "Fuck all my teammates. This is ass," and I stopped playing Neja.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And there was so many triple worshiper events during this one. Like
There's one going on right now, actually.
First off,
There is.
I never know when they're going to be. It's not like I plan like, oh, this weekend is Smite weekend because it's triple ships. Like it's just like, oh, I want to play Smite, so I'll play Smite, and then I'll have some ass teammates, and I'll be like, I don't want to play Smite for like another 5 days.
So Rig says that there was a whole bunch, and there was at least 3 of them that happened, right? But the thing is, one was Christmas weekend, one was New Year's weekend, and one was Thanksgiving.
Right now, which is after the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fair
a lot
enough.
of the trip ships happen in either big time lulls when nothing's going on, or during holidays. And yeah, well, this one just happened to be a lot of the holidays. So
yeah,
It'd be like that.
won't that be still
So-
stuck not doing it?
You're
Got
not
'em.
wrong. You're not wrong. Nevea 03. Would you like to walk us through
Oh.
who all has completed
Sure.
their Assassin
So,
Diamond Challenge?
if this is your first time listening to Bot G, aka Battleground of the Gods, a Smite podcast, hi, welcome in. We do what we call
I'm
the
sorry if
Diamond
this is your
Challenge.
first time.
Oh yeah, I'm
Great,
also very
sorry
sorry.
if this is your first time.
We do the Diamond Challenge, wherein you we randomize what class we're working on, and then you get to pick which god you want to get a diamond or a star on. You get to pick, but the only caveat is no repeats. So, for example, since Depp picked Neja, nobody else could have Neja,
Mhm.
and then proceeded to not finish the Diamond Challenge.
Exactly.
All right, let's see. Blaze
yeah,
McVeigh.
shout outs to the dude who came in, picked a guy, and then left the Discord. You fuckhead.
Oh, that's not good. Unfort. Anyway, Blaze, I believe, was our first person to finish. Congratulations. Got your diamond on Thor there, I see.
Yee.
Very
I
nice.
don't know how he wasn't already, but it's fine. I made sure it happened.
I'm kind of ashamed
Also,
of you, to be
shout out
honest.
to Blaze to be the person who's completed every single diamond challenge.
Every
we've posted.
single one.
Every single one.
For real.
All of
The
them.
man's a legend.
I even did one of Froze once.
Nice.
And here's the thing.
Because it was
Here's the thing.
Amaterasu, and
I was
and
gonna say that was
understood.
the Amma.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. Does all the diamond challenges several times, has been the first one to complete the god.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna, gaslight our listeners and say that's the reason why he's host right now.
Ooh.
I mean, there is
Ooh.
no gaslighting needed. Anytime we've picked up a host, it's definitely like active people in the community who play Smite, and having a decent mic helps. But that's never been a requirement because like we bought rigs and mic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just don't be a shit.
And it only took Rig 6 months to figure out how to get that microphone to work. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, better late than never.
I mean,
you know?
was it,
You
did I put a lot of effort into trying to figure it out during those 6 months? No, not really. I just kind of just showed up. When I
Let's
actually put
see.
effort in, it was
But he
pretty
got
easy to
there.
figure it out.
He got there, and that's what's important.
Next up, we have Schmitty got Diamond Nemesis. Congratulations, Schmitty. Necros got Thanatos Diamond. Very nice, very nice. Fro
Oh.
Double G coming in hot with the Fenrir Diamond.
Sorry,
Noise, noise.
teammates.
Noise.
Riggs coming in with the Loki Diamond.
What a
Yeah, I never
diamond
do
Loki.
Wow.
What a diamond Loki.
Oh, and who is this? This is Nev. Nevea
Oh.
mid 03
Another star
coming
on
in.
Cuckoo. Amazing.
Excuse me,
Amazing.
it
What
was
an
the diamond on
assassin.
Daji. Thank you very much. In Bright coming in with a diamond on MonsterCat. Even got that diamond skin to show off in the Discord. Well done, well done. Pete, aka Pet Esports, got a Willix diamond.
Or, as some may know, Pete's Ports.
Pete's Ports. I forgot Pete's
Pete's
Ports
Ports.
was another one we were doing.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah,
one.
I've got a question for the for you guys and the audience right here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are
Can
you
I
guys a
there's literally one
Wheelix?
more though. There's
No,
literally
no, because it's a Wheelix related. Are you guys a Wheelix or a Wheelish?
I used to say a Willish and then people judged me, so now I've changed back to a Willix.
I say Wheelish.
I'll say a
God.
Wheelix, but I'll Wheelish if there's a company individual around. Just because I don't want to seem dumb. But it's a Wheelix.
Deb, stand by something. Yeah,
No,
have some virtue.
absolutely not. Zero
Look,
virtue.
I'm a Ymir fan. Okay.
Oh, Weimer!
I'm-
Yes!
Get Ymir out of here. His name is Ymir. Okay.
And,
Bro, are
and
you
his
are
name
you a
is
Wheelix or a Wheelish?
A Willish.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Are you a Cerberus or Kerberos guy? You know. That's
Oh, it's
Cerberus,
Cerberus,
dude.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck
See,
off
I
the
used to
record.
say
Kerberos.
Kerberos, and y'all judged me.
Yeah, I'm
I
still
used to say
judging.
Kerberos.
I'm still judging everyone that curbs.
I hate it. I hate it because
You know
Rick
what?
says it like that.
Ouye.
And he does it on purpose, and I feel like he does it just to spite people.
Ooh yeah.
Because he'll
Yeah,
he'll like
100%.
really enunciate it. He'll be like Kerberos whenever he's
Yeah.
on like.
Ooh yeah.
Sometimes you got to do things just to make people mad.
Mhm,
Really make
mhm,
them think about it.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
It is.
By the way, it's a
Catter
Wheelix.
Boost, though.
A Willish?
Last but not least, I'm a hater. Bakasura Diamond. Well done, everybody. Are we starting a new one? We're starting a new one?
Might as well.
Don't we usually wait?
Yeah, let's do
Do
it.
we wait?
Well,
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, we
Let's
do
usually
it. You guys will
wait
be
because
in
people
Worlds.
are like.
Why wait? There's
getting
trip ships
forced
right
into
now.
gods they don't want to play.
There's trip ships right now.
Trip ships
trip
right
ships right
now, and why don't we do like
Nev,
I
use
can-
your
I can
random
spin, I can
god to
spin.
select a class. Oh,
I'll say I can do that.
oh
I can
yeah,
do
you
that.
spin. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
just,
pull up my stats to figure out
you
who I
spin
want.
gods right round, rigs right round.
It's not assassins.
Just
Hachi
vamp
host
really quick.
round, rigs round.
I'm spinning.
Here we go.
Spinning.
in.
I'm spinning.
We
It's
don't need
Everyone
to-
spinning for a
get
really
your
long time.
gods.
Jesus.
We don't need to know.
Well, yep.
Warrior.
Warrior. Oh, perfect. Can I call mine?
You can try.
Can
Do you
I
have
go
its
first?
number?
I have it. I have all my information. I am claiming Guan Yu at 774 worshippers.
I guess I will take Shiva because that's the only warrior I don't have diamond.
Okay.
I'm opening the game real quick so I can find out where my worshippers are at. I think I'm gonna meme myself,
You
but
could
I
do the
haven't.
so thought in my Discord, and that way you don't have to open up the game.
It's fine. It's opening already.
Never really likes to
doing its
remind
thing.
people that she has a Discord with Thothbot in it.
Right.
The sad part is I also have Tothbot. I just
I was
does
just
it.
trying to
He
make
does
it easy.
I'm going to pick Horus.
Horus for Depp.
Horus.
I'm writing these down for
Horus.
y'all.
wait. Hold
Don't
on.
worry.
You know what's fun, Depp?
What's
Is
that?
you queue Odin's Onslaught with Horus,
Mhm.
and you have your teammate pick up the Nidhogg
Mhm.
little crystal, and then you ult
You
them to
can
the base.
transport
Yes.
the Nidhogg crystal. I love this.
It's actually
That's
awesome.
actually
dude.
a really good idea.
Me and Sir Bossalot did
don't-
that and ran it down.
Don't
know-
buy into his PvE nonsense, Deb. Just
No,
run
no,
it
no,
down with Thanatos
No, you
and
fight.
kill people.
No.
Yeah.
You fight people 100%.
Well,
but
here's
you
the thing,
kill the
Riggs.
people with
What
the
about-
Nidhogg thing and then take it in.
What about Thanatos Horus as a team comp?
Yo, I'm just gonna
Mm.
go ahead and call
Maybe.
mine while you guys are fucking off because
Yeah.
I'm looking at this list and they all suck dick. Gilgamesh,
What
I'm
you
gonna go
got?
for a star on
You're
Gilga.
gonna go Gilga?
From the man who once
it.
was a solo main, all these gods suck dick.
I mean, listen, he's not wrong.
I mean,
Yeah, no, okay. So
yeah, he's
my
not,
next
he's
highest,
not
my
incorrect.
next highest to actually get a diamond would have been Hercules. Nev picked Herc. I'm like, okay, so that's off the thing. Then I got
I never picked
Bologna
one.
at 500.
Guan.
Like, go.
Yeah,
Ferk is
Nev picked
available.
one.
I pick Guan Yu.
Oh, I'll stick with Gilga because
Okay.
fuck him.
That drop
Yeah.
kick yeet.
Yeah, honestly. And then I got fucking Bell at 500. Shock
Mm.
wouldn't be bad, but he's like 500 away. At this point, like the other ones are all like 500 away. It's like,
Who
I
did I
played
pick
3
again?
games in 2 months. Maybe I shouldn't
Horus.
pick them.
Deb.
Who did you picked?
Riggs
You picked
has
Horus.
Shiva.
Listen,
I have
the
Guan
list
Yu. Depp
disappeared,
is
and I
Horus.
forgot immediately.
I'm literally typing everything for y'all. I'm just waiting on
Excellent.
Blaze.
We need this.
You know, well, I thought about do I troll and pick Artemis or not Artemis?
Artemis.
Amaterasu. Like, do I troll my own self and pick Amaterasu? Because like we all know
you
I
don't.
I played that a lot. But I feel like I need to pick something lower on the thing, and I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna pick tier.
Tier.
Ooh,
All right,
okay.
are we locking
And I
these
ca-
in? Because I'm gonna push
and,
enter.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that. And
She's pressing N tier.
In tier.
here's the question.
Mhm.
No, I'm gonna do it. If anybody beats me to first place, whoever's the first one to submit it. If you submit before me, I'll send you an awesome chest.
Oof. Blaze saying right here, right now. Fake awesome chest from Nev's stream last night.
Oh my
the
god! Don't even get me
first
started. I've
person.
already submitted it as a bug because I went back and clipped it. You can see that I have the token. I click to use the token. It eats the token and doesn't send it.
Oh, no.
Oh,
when do we
I'm
want
the
to make this
same.
deadline? March the 1st or something?
St. Patty's Day, yeah. Or
What did we do last time? We did it in like November. I would give it like a month and a half, I think is what it was.
yeah.
I want to just do like
So we'd be
Valentine's Day
mid
or, like-
Valentine's Day. Yeah. Let's do that.
No, I will
No.
not be able to do that.
Yeah, that's way
Guys-
too
Do it
short.
that fast?
We're giving people like a month.
Yeah.
This is not the first Valentine's Day that I've been with the hosts. I'm
Yeah,
going
say
to
St.
be
Patty's
AFK
Day.
that entire week.
We did the
St.
first. We picked a
Patrick's Day.
holiday, so let's go to another holiday.
That's why I was
St.
just saying
Patty's?
March 1st. That's not a, well, I guess not technically March the 1st because that's a Wednesday, but we could do like March the
St.
5th.
Patrick's Day.
So what's that? The 17th?
How dare you not know when St. Patrick's Day? Yeah, it's like the 17th, I think.
All right.
Did you
we'll
say
make
I
it-
don't know after you?
Yeah,
We'll
it's,
make it-
it's like the 16th or
is
17th or something.
the deadline. There, locked in.
Get it done before March Madness.
Do, 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 do.
All right.
Don't
Beautiful.
pass it to me for thank you as I'm unpinning shit. I know you're getting ready
Fair.
to, Dep. That's why you said all right.
You know,
Vamp.
Well, you can do the CC reminder.
we can do the CC reminder
is-
because
guys are gonna
that's
read it
going to
next
be
week.
the Worlds episode. We're going to read it. Get your submissions in, and also hosts that will not be here to record. Make sure you submit yours so we can read them and judge you as either victor or defeated by Riggs.
Oh, do you want to put a casting call out too?
Casting call for anybody that wants to join me, or if we get enough turnout, Depp won't even be here, and you'll have the whole episode to yourselves.
Huh? What has happened?
For
So,
the
okay,
world's
yeah.
episode, we're
So
doing
I'll be here.
viewers. Viewers.
That did a really bad.
Viewers.
That
Get
did
a
really
viewers
bad,
up.
I mean,
I
job of
did.
doing
Yeah,
that.
viewers up.
I
Viewers,
was going
I've
to talk to you guys.
done one of those before.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
was
fun
going to
time.
talk to you off game
Yeah.
too. We could always just have Blaze grab his other co-host from his other podcast because he hosts another
True.
podcast. Or
Ooh, is this the Blaze plug in his other stuff part of the podcast? We could do
Yep.
that every week if you want, bud.
Oh, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't. Whatever.
we might
I
as
was just
well do
saying,
it
like,
at
I don't mind.
at least once
I
on
don't
his
mind recording next
initiation
week.
episode.
Right.
Well, there you go. If you're a listener, you will get the chance to record with Blaze at least, maybe Depp.
Maybe.
Let us know if you're possibly interested. We've done it in the past where it was, I think, I'm not gonna try to remember who it was, but we did viewer
me and
episodes.
Danny
Danny
Boy.
Boy and Blaze, they did one
Yep.
together. We did one where it was Bombi, Lantern, and Stoffmeister.
Mm-hmm.
Then I want to say there was. I guess when it was I think it was me, Cabbage, and Blaze. So it was like the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like that.
Kind of like that.
You'll get to see what it's like to be on this side of the equation.
This side of the monitor.
Dude,
Not as
me
easy
and
talking
Danny's
every
was
day.
wild.
They're
Real
talking
quick,
every week,
only
huh?
requirement is you must have a PC or a laptop, not a Chromebook or MacBook. Those will not work. Thank you.
You have to be
Mhm.
able to record.
Reliably.
We can't
record
we can't
reliably.
we can't get you a setup in less than a week. So you gotta at least have the minimum to
That's
be
the
able to
minimum
record.
requirements.
But
Well,
let us
alright.
know.
And now, Pro Double G, that you have them pulled up, we have our thank yous.
Thank you to all of our wonderful patrons who help support the podcast or have supported us in the past. Ario Steel, Spestus Dog, Bree Chiason, you never responded. Please tell me. Please help. Weatherman Keith, Jade Flagon, Baseball Griff, Bombi, Danny Boy, Caveman, Neo, Coffin Monkey, CDR Litz, Gilly, Snorlax, Weatherman, Adios, Sir Ember, K Brojo, Famous Freak, Stoffmeister, Backlash, Sadons, Dr. Godfucker, Lantern, Reese, Warlord, Yo, Batskid, Echo Dunk, Doc, Necros, Outerjo, Riggs, Dracon, Glenn, Wiggle, Granite Boy, Camo Hoss, Void vs. Void, Enbright, Sloppy Satch, Scion Gemini, Batman, Sandman, Aquasoft, Kilowatt Man, I'm a Hater, Mr. Man, Colorado, Amberbug, Folk Hero, and the Big Red.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Heart
Thank you, thank you.
hands.
I know we've
Deathwalker
made
is
this joke
wearing a
before,
suit.
but I'm
A suit
kind of
again.
tempted to change it to Amber at the very end. That way it's the Big Red Amber Bug. But
Oh.
Yeah.
they are separate. So we won't.
That's why we had to put the big red at this, because everything it works with so much. The big red and then anything after it.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah.
We've made the joke before, but it's because it's easy and good.
I'm just waiting for someone to call themselves the Big Blue, and then we're just fucked.
The Big Red, the Big Blue.
Yeah.
I want to make
That-
a.
we
I,
would
think
have to do
I
that.
might make a Patreon account Smurf and call it a like Wiener Lover or something,
So,
and then I'll
the
I'll
Big Red
subscribe.
Wiener Lover.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If we get too many people coming in actually doing like the big yellow or like the big blue or anything like that, I think at that point I'm just gonna start having fun with it and change it whenever I feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's getting to be a long list. That's something. So much support, so much love.
Thank
We're
you.
about it. But it is
for
Trip
any
Ships.
new
The
listeners who
world
want to
is
have
doing-
fun, they're somewhere on there twice because I forgot them for like 3 months. Try to figure out who it is.
Oh.
A mystery.
Mm.
Time to call
Mystery
Scooby Doo and the
interesting.
gang.
Well,
See you
Yeah.
at World.
Yeah. All right.
See ya, world, bitches.
Bye.
ciao.